In today's video, we will see more than 5 ways to transfer data from master sheet to various sheets. This is our data where we have got invoice number, salesperson, region, date, items, quantity sold and amount. And we have to create various sheets as per salesperson's name. Whenever we will update our master sheet, means this sheet, the data should be transferred automatically to various sheets. So the very first way, I'll insert a new sheet. We'll click anywhere inside my sheet. We'll press is equal to. We'll go to my master sheet where we are going to do the entry. We'll click on top, means I'll click on first heading and we'll hit enter. Now I'll drag this to right. In my data sheet, I have got my heading still amount, and when I come to my new sheet, after amount we can find 0. So we will do one thing over here. We will come to first heading. We'll go to formula bar. We'll copy this formula. Control C or Command C. We'll go in the very beginning of the formula bar and we'll type if bracket open. We'll come to the end is equal to blank. For blank we will insert double inverted comma twice. Comma. If there will be no data in the master sheet, in return we want blank. So we'll insert double inverted comma twice once again. Comma. If not blank, what we want? I'll paste my formula what I have copied right now. We'll close the bracket and we'll hit enter. Now I'll drag this to right and we'll drag this down. In the end, we are not able to see anything because our data is still here only. We'll go on top. Now we can manage our data properly. Over here dates got changed. We will press Ctrl 1 or Command 1. We'll go to date and we'll select a desired date format and we'll do OK. We'll adjust this in left. We'll adjust this also. Perfect. If I'll do any changes in my format, invoice number 107, I'll put monk over here. Enter. Earbuds. Quantity, I'll make it 1000. So I made the changes in employee number 107. Let's check in our another sheet. Employee number 107, it got updated. Perfect. I'll undo this. Now I want to make sheets as per salesperson's name. We'll copy this, Ctrl C or Command C, and we'll paste over here. We'll adjust the column size. I'll insert one formula of unique over here, plus or equal to unique, bracket open. We'll click on first salesperson name, shift control down arrow key. I'll close the bracket and we'll hit enter. So I got all unique names over here. Now I'll go to my new sheet. We'll insert few rows over here. We'll take this closer. Salesperson, we'll copy this, Ctrl C or Command C, and we'll paste over here as value. Paste special values. We'll put color. We'll change the font color. Now I'll click just under heading. We'll go to data, data validation. From here I'll select list. Source. We'll go to my data sheet and we'll select salesperson name from top to bottom and we'll do OK. We'll select Albert. Now I want to create this sheet for Albert. So I'll click on heading of salesperson. We'll press shift control down arrow key and we'll press shift control L. We'll go on top and my filter button got created. We'll click on filter button. Over here all the names are selected. I'll click on select all and we'll select Albert. Apply filter and I'll close this. We'll go to view and we'll remove the grid lines. Perfect. So sheet of Albert is ready now. I'll create border over here. We'll rename the sheet Albert. We'll create copy of this. We'll press tab and we'll drag this to plus sign. Copy got created. Now I'll go on top and we'll change the name. We'll do it Alexander. We'll click on filter button. We'll deselect Albert and we'll select Alexander. Apply filter. We'll close this. So sheet of Alexander is ready now. In the same way, we can create all the sheets for salesperson. Let's see the second way. We have got the same data. We will convert this data in a table. We'll select the whole data. We'll press Ctrl A and the whole data will be selected. Now I'll press Ctrl T. A small box will pop up. My table has headers and I'll do OK. From here you can change the table design. We'll click inside the table. We'll go to table tab and we'll remove the filter buttons. Now I'll insert another sheet. We'll click on any cell. We'll press is equal to and I'll type table. Over here we can see table 1. Now I'll insert square bracket. You will have to remember one thing, that this formula is going to work with square bracket, not with normal bracket. If I'll insert normal bracket over here, our formula is not going to work. So I'll put square bracket. Over here we can see all the heads. When we come down, we can see has all. So we will click on has all. We'll close the bracket and we'll hit enter. We got all the data. Now we can manage this. Date format got changed. We will take this in left. We'll press Ctrl 1. We'll go to date and we'll select a desired date format and we'll do OK. We'll click on the head. We'll press Ctrl A and we'll create borders. Perfect. We'll adjust the column size. Over here I want 4 different sheets for each region. So I'll click on region. We'll press Shift Ctrl down arrow key. Now I'll press Shift Ctrl L and my filter button got inserted. We'll go to view and we'll remove the grid lines. Now I'll click on filter of region. We'll deselect all and we'll select east. Apply filter. We'll close this and data of east is just in front of us. Now I'll create 3 more sheets. We'll press alt and we'll create copy of this. This will be east. This will be west, north, south. Sheet of east is ready. We'll go to west. We'll click on the heading of region. We'll click on filter button. We'll deselect east and we'll do it west. Apply filter. We'll close this. North. We'll select north from here. Apply filter. We'll close this. South. We'll click over here and we'll select south. Apply filter. Okay. So all the data got divided in different sheets. Now whatever entry we will do over here, it will reflect in rest of the sheets also, as per region. Let's see another example. Data is same, but the process will be totally different. We will insert a new sheet. We'll go to our data entry sheet and we'll copy all the heads, Ctrl C or Command C, and we'll paste the headings over here, Ctrl V or Command V. We'll adjust the column size. We'll go to view and we'll remove the grid lines. We'll increase size of the headings. We'll increase the font size. Perfect. We'll increase one more row. We'll copy this, Ctrl C or Command C, and we'll paste over here, Ctrl V or Command V. We'll make it bigger. We'll go to data entry sheet and we'll copy first salesperson name, Ctrl C or Command C, and we'll paste over here, Ctrl V or Command V. We'll take this in center. We'll change the font style. We'll make it bold. Perfect. We'll insert borders. Now I'll go to data entry sheet. We'll click anywhere inside my data. We'll press Ctrl A. Now I'll press Ctrl T. Create table. My table has headers and I'll do OK. We'll remove filter buttons. Perfect. Now I'll go to my blank sheet. We'll click anywhere inside the sheet. We'll go to developer and we'll click on record macro. We'll rename macro as refresh. OK. Now we will go to data. In the center we get the option of advanced filter. We'll click on advanced filter. Over here we get to see 2 options. Filter the list in place and copy to another location. We will have to click on copy to another location. List range. We'll go to our data entry sheet. We'll click on first head, that is invoice. We'll press Shift Ctrl, right arrow key and down arrow key, and all the data will be selected. Now I'll click on criteria range. We'll select salesperson and salesperson's name. Copy to. We'll click over here and we'll select all the heads and we'll do OK. So all the data got copied. Now I'll select whole sheet. We'll go to home, borders, and we'll remove all the borders, means no border. Now I'll go to conditional formatting, new rule. From here I'll select classic. In case you are using Windows, you'll not be getting the option of classic. You'll see the next step, and that is only format cells that contain specific text. We can see over here. We'll click on drop down and we'll select no blanks. We'll click on drop down, customize format. Over here we get to see 4 options: number, font, border and fill. We will have to click on border. We'll click on outline and we'll do OK. OK. Now I'll click on salesperson's name. We'll go to developer and we'll stop recording the macro. Perfect. So macro got recorded now. I'll go to insert. And from here I'll insert a shape. We'll click over here. We'll adjust the shape. We'll change the shape color. This will be refresh. We'll go to home. We'll take all the things in center and in mid. We'll increase the font size. We'll change the font style. We'll make it bold. Now I'll click on the shape. We'll right click the mouse, assign macro, and this is the macro what I recorded right now. We'll click over here and we'll do OK. This sheet is for Albert. I'll type Albert over here. We'll create copy of this, move our copy, move to end, create a copy, OK. We'll come to data entry sheet. We'll click on top, Control C or Command C, and we'll paste it over here. Control V or Command V. We'll go to data. Over here we get the option of remove duplicates. We'll click over here. My list has headers and we'll do OK. OK. Now I'll go to Albert sheet. We'll click on Albert. We'll delete this. We'll go to data, data validation. From here I'll select list. Source. We'll go to my data entry sheet. We'll take this to left. We'll select all the salesperson name from top to bottom and we'll do OK. We'll delete this sheet, means which we created duplicate one. Delete. We'll select Albert from here. Now we will create duplicate of this. Move our copy, move to end, create a copy, OK. We'll click on drop down and we'll select second salesperson, that is Alexander, and we'll click on refresh. We got data of Alexander. We'll rename this Alexander. We'll create copy of this. We'll go on top and we'll change the name Aston. We'll click on refresh and we got data of Aston. Let's see another example. Data is same, example will be different. We'll copy the heads, Control C or Command C. We'll insert a new sheet. We'll paste heads over here, Control V or Command V. We'll take this closer. We'll adjust column size. We'll copy salesperson's name, Control C or Command C, and we'll paste over here, Control V or Command V. We'll select both the cells and we'll merge this. We'll merge this also. We'll change the font color. We'll go to view and we'll remove the grid lines. Salesperson. We'll click over here. We'll go to data, data validation. From here we will select list. Source. We'll go to our data entry sheet. We'll click on first salesperson. We'll press Shift Control down arrow key and we'll do OK. So the drop down list got created. We'll select Albert. We'll go to home and we'll change the font style. We'll make it bold. We'll increase the font size. Perfect. We'll create borders. So all the things are done over here. We'll go to data entry sheet. We'll go on top. We'll press Control A or Command A. Now I'll press Control T. Create table. My table has headers and I'll do OK. Now I'll go to my new sheet. We'll click just under invoice number and we'll insert my formula, and the formula will be plus or equal to filter bracket open RA. We'll go to my data entry sheet. We'll select my data from top. We'll press function F4 and the range will be logged. Comma, include. What we want to include? We want to include salesperson's name. So we will click on top. We'll press function F4 and the range will be logged. Is equal to. We'll go to our first sheet and we'll click on salesperson's name. We'll close the bracket and we'll hit enter. So we got all the details of Albert. We'll select all the data from top and we'll align this in center and in mid. Date format got changed. We'll click on top. We'll press Ctrl 1. We'll go to date and we'll select a desired date format and we'll do OK. Now we will select the whole sheet. We'll go to home, conditional formatting, new rule. From here we will select classic. And from here we will select only format cells that contain. We'll click over here. We'll select no blanks. We'll click on drop down, customize format. We'll go to border. We'll click on outline and we'll do OK. OK. So the data of Albert is ready. We'll rename the sheet Albert. We'll create copy of this. We'll go on top. We'll click on drop down and we'll select Alexander. And data of Alexander is ready now. We'll rename the sheet Alexander. In the same way, you can create all the sheets of all the salesperson. Let's see another example. This is our data and we want to divide the data as per region. Data is same, but the process will be different. We'll insert a new sheet, we'll go to data entry sheet, we'll copy all the heads. Ctrl+C or Command+C. We'll go to new sheet, we'll take column A closer, we'll click on C5 and we'll paste all the heads. Ctrl+V or Command+V. We'll adjust the column size. Over here we will insert one more head. We'll copy this and we'll paste over here. This will be helper. Enter. We'll change the color. We'll copy region from here, Ctrl+C or Command+C, and we'll paste over here, Ctrl+V or Command+V. We'll merge both the cells, we'll drag it down. We'll delete region from here, we'll go to data, data validation. From here I'll select list. Source, it will be east, west, north, south, and we'll do OK. So my drop down list of region got created. I'll select east. We'll create borders over here. We'll click just under helper and the formula will be plus or equal to if. We'll click on region over here on top. We'll press function F4 or F4 and the cell will be logged is equal to. We'll go to data entry sheet and we'll click on first region, comma. Now I'll click on first invoice number, comma, double inverted comma twice for blank. We'll close the bracket and we'll hit enter. So my first helper got created. We'll take this in center. We'll drag this down till end. We'll go on top. We'll click just under invoice number and we'll insert the function or formula of small plus or equal to small bracket open array. We'll select helper from top. We'll press function F4 or F4 and the range will be logged, comma, rows, bracket open. Now we will click on invoice number. We'll press function F4 or F4 is to. We'll click on invoice number once again. Bracket close. We will close the bracket till it doesn't get black and we'll hit enter. We got first invoice number over here. We'll take this in center. We'll go to formula bar and we'll insert the criteria of if error before dragging this. If error bracket open will come to the end, comma, double inverted comma twice for blank. We'll close the bracket and we'll hit enter. Now we will drag this down. Now we will come to salesperson and we'll insert our formula or function of VLOOKUP plus or equal to VLOOKUP bracket open lookup value. Invoice number will be our lookup value. We'll press function F4 or F4 3 times, comma, table array. We will go to our data entry sheet and we'll select our data from invoice number till amount. We'll press function F4 or F4 and the range will be logged, comma, column index number. We started the selection of VLOOKUP from invoice number, so invoice number will be column index number 1. Salesperson's name will be column index number 2. So we will put 2 over here, comma 0 for exact match. We'll close the bracket. But before hitting enter, we will insert the criteria of if error. If error bracket open will come to the end, comma, double inverted comma twice for blank. We'll close the bracket and we'll hit enter. Now we will drag this to right. Everywhere we got name of the salesperson. We'll come to region, we'll go to formula bar and we'll change column index number. This will be 3, enter. This will be 4, enter. This will be 5, enter. And this will be 6, enter. This will be 7, enter. Date format got changed. We'll click on top, we'll press Ctrl 1. We'll go to date and we'll select a desired date format. OK. We'll align this in center. Now we will click on first salesperson's name and we'll select till amount and we'll drag this down. We'll press Ctrl A and the whole data will be selected. Now we will insert borders over here. Perfect. Whenever we will change the region, we will do it west. All the data of west is just in front of us. So now we can create 4 copies for all the regions. We'll press Alt and we'll create the copies. We'll go to first sheet. This will be east, this will be west, this will be north, and this will be south. Perfect. Let's see another example. These are 2 different workbooks and I want to take my data from one workbook to another workbook. So let's see what's the process. We'll come to new workbook, we'll press plus or equal to, we'll come in the workbook where we have got the data. We'll go to invoice number and we'll double click over here and we can see transfer data. I'll hit enter. We got invoice number. What will happen if we will drag this down? Everywhere we can see invoice number. So what's the basic reason? We'll undo this. We'll go to formula bar, and in the end we can see the cell number got restricted or got logged because dollars got inserted over here. So I'll delete both the dollars and we'll hit enter. We'll drag this down. We'll align this in center and in mid. Now I'll select all and we'll drag this to right. I got all my data. Now I'll click on invoice number. We'll copy this. Ctrl+C or Command+C. We'll come in beginning of formula bar and we'll insert the criteria of if. If bracket open, we'll come to the end, is equal to double inverted comma twice for blank, comma. In case there will be no data in our master sheet, in next sheet or workbook, we don't want any data. So I'll put double inverted comma twice once again, comma. If this criteria will not be met, what we want? We want the formula what we had copied earlier. So I'll paste the formula, Ctrl+V or Command+V. We'll close the bracket and we'll hit enter. Now I'll drag this to right. So zeros got vanished. Now we can drag this down. Over here also we can create filters. We'll select from top to bottom, or we can do one thing. We can select the whole data, Ctrl+A or Command+A. We'll press Ctrl+T. My table has headers and we will do OK. Formula from headers will be removed. We will do yes. Perfect. Over here 2 columns are extra. We will delete this. Delete. Now this sheet will be for Albert. Apply filter. Close. In the same way, we can create different sheets for different salesperson. Now whenever master sheet will be updated, all the data will be automatically transferred in our next sheet. So these are the few ways through which you can transfer your data from master sheet to various sheets. I'll provide link of this file in description box. In case you want to download, you can. I'm sure you must have loved the video. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. See you soon with a new topic. Till then, bye bye.